Hey everybody, it's Cam. It's Monday, March 15th, about 1:10. Let's recap the day. So first off, we'll start with AMC, as that was the big play I talked about in this morning's video and have talked about over the weekend. So AMC closed at $14.04, so got up to that $14 target, pushed into that $14.50 area that I've talked about in about every AMC video for the last 2 to 3 weeks. We zoom out on the daily, you'll see that area up in here was 14 to about 15, 14 to 14 and a half. That was where the volume shelf above was. So we poked in that today, sold off a little bit. So right where the chart was telling us that there was a resistance above, the sellers came in pretty hard. Buyers or bulls were taking their profits. Sellers were, fighting there to maintain their shorts. So a lot of volume today, 275 million. Compared to 111 million on Friday, so volume's coming back in, and a lot of that volume is buying. So extended move, got up to that 161.8 fib from the recent green fib retracements here, extensions, however you'd like to call them, right? So off that 127 from Wednesday up to the 161.8 now, and if these green bars or green Fibonacci extensions hold, right, so next move possibly could be up to this 261.8, which would put us right back up to that $20 level. So there's a lot of buying interest on AMC options, the $15 call options that expire for Friday. There's, the last I looked, it was up to like 75,000 contracts out, which is a huge jump from just this weekend on that weekend's video. You can find those options contracts just on Yahoo Finance if you want to look them up. But we'll go into the 5-minute chart. So on the morning pre-market video, steady uptrend, got that profit taking right off the open, which is pretty typical when you have a stock that gaps up. Oops. So if we go from just yesterday's move to, right, so stock market opens 6:30, sells off, kind of pulled back right into this first pop. That was set at high at 1 a.m. Had some consolidation there, very little volume, but that's the level that hold from the pre-market, and then we basically stayed up the entire day. If you go to the 15-minute, we respected the 15.9 almost the entire morning till about 11:30, and then 11:30 to noon kind of sold off down to the 22, and then buyers came back in for the power hour, pushed us up, and then it looked like the last 15 minutes here, you had your typical algorithm raid right at the end of the day, right? Rebalancing positions. Sold this thing off from 14.1 all the way back down to 13.6, so 50-cent move in about 5 minutes. So that's pretty significant in the day, but bounced right back up after hours, and after hours we're sitting around 13.9 right now. Looks to be able to move in after hours again. See if we can get some more volume, hold up, see if this 50 moving average here on the 5-minute holds. Whether or not it does or not, we'll see, because the this was one of the first days where AMC and GameStop did not charts did not look similar, right? So they weren't really in sympathy with each other. They were up pre-market. GameStop was a little bit weaker in pre-market, which I mentioned in the video this morning, and kind of flat, rolling over slowly through the first hour and a half of the day, and then rapid sell-off, right? So just like last Wednesday's flash crash, kind of the same thing happened here, just to a smaller degree, smaller effect, but still dropping from 275 down to 225, so a 20% drop pretty quickly. Pull the scab off my arm, but we get a bounce. So if we just do a fib extension from the move today, right, again bounce up to the 38 level, can't break through 38, so we stayed down trending the rest of the day, and then sold off real hard going into the close. So closed at 220, so down 16.77% for the day. And if we zoom out to, I'll remove that, just zoom out to the daily, just see where we're at now in the middle. You'll see we pulled back right back to this 9 EMA, which held last Wednesday. So the flash crash, the 9 hold, looks like it might hold again today. But unlike AMC, right, we didn't have a lot of volume today in GameStop, so most attention was on AMC. 23.5 million shares today for GameStop compared to 25.8 on Friday, so just wasn't a lot of attention or interest here today, and most of the volume was selling. So we'll look to see if this 9 EMA holds for tomorrow. Some other stocks that moved today. One that might be of interest is this TKAT, which kind of ran here in the well, it's had, so to start here daily, but it has been uptrending since about November. And so Takung Art, it's a being speculated as like a NFT play, so a non-fungible token play for digitizing art. But took off here in the afternoon on high volume, right? So we get the stair stepper, base comes in around $5, go from 5 to 9, and then the after hours we're still moving considerably higher right now. So this could be a play to watch going forward as more attention turns to those NFT plays. I made a video on cannabis stocks this weekend. Aphria was up 10% today. New York Governor Cuomo, with all his mishaps going on right now, announced that New York's pretty close to legalizing marijuana. So obviously that's good for the cannabis sector. High state population there, but we get a almost 11% gain today. Basically up all day, consolidating at the highs, which is a good thing that you like to see for stocks. So if we go out to the daily, you'll see here we're basically above that $22 area, which was a target from the previous video. I'll link to that as well. But if we can get through 22.68, which we could do that after hours today, pre-market tomorrow, we'll look to move up to go to this $24 area pretty quickly. And then ZYNE, which was not a company I talked about in the cannabis video, but they are a cannabis pharmaceutical company. They spiked here after hours pretty big, right? So closed right before, or excuse me, halted right before the close. Got up to 775, selling off on. There was no news that I could find, but looks like cannabis sector could be heating up for the rest of the week. And then Bitcoin today, I'm not going to show the Bitcoin chart just on the internet, but Bitcoin kind of stayed in the range between 55 and 57K. And the mover today, it's like you basically flip a coin, find out which one of those cryptos is running today. But it wasn't Ebon or eBay International, which was the runner on Friday. It was SOS. So they put out some PR at 6 a.m. basically that they had their second batch of 5,000 cryptocurrency miners. So they moved up pretty significantly right off that news at 6 a.m. right? So news comes out 6.7, run up to 8.65 in the morning, and you pull back to the 50, pull back to the 50 once again, close up above $8 for being up 23% on the day. Go out to the daily. Right, so go out to the daily. We're sitting on this close right here at the 50 fib, and got a good volume base built below from where we did move from pre-market, right? So a lot of volume here in the upper 6s, low 7. Use that as a springboard. Now we're up here into the 8.2. See if we can use that as a volume base to keep moving higher. So those are the stocks that I was looking at today that were moving and could be of interest for the rest of the week. Let me know in the comments which stocks you're interested in the rest of the week. What are you going to be playing? And as always, appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next one.